MMA boxing talk here. I just wanted to put out a video talking about Ronda Rousey. I put one out earlier today. The message didn't get across as I wanted to, so I'm gonna, I deleted that video. I'm gonna make another one. This is it. So basically, Ronda Rousey. I'm gonna explain in a short video why Ronda Rousey is a hypocrite, why she's a bad role model, and why she's not a true champion. Those three things. Um, so I'll get into it. Well, first of all, um, we all know Ronda Rousey was on Ellen DeGeneres. Well, if you don't know, she was on Ellen DeGeneres yesterday, and she told Ellen that her fight in December against Amanda Nunes is going to be definitely one of her last fights. Um, obviously, Ronda Rousey, this could be her last fight. If she loses in December, it'll be her last fight. There's no guarantee. There's no doubt about that. And she wins, it could be her last fight as well. We don't know. But regardless, she doesn't have many fights left. And that just shows, she's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. And that's never good. When you're talking about retirement and you're about to fight for the title, it's different with Dan Henderson. That's a different situation. Ronda Rousey, she's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's not a good way to, it's not a good plan if that's your mentality. Coming up against Amanda Nunes, that's not going to be good. She's going to be cracking her. Very dangerous striker, Amanda Nunes. It's going to be a tough fight for Ronda. It's winnable, but it's a tough one. But she can't have that mentality. So that's not very good. I don't like hearing that. And Ronda Rousey, it got leaked earlier this week that someone from her team leaked it out that Ronda does not want to be asked any Cris Cyborg questions anymore. Like, at all. She doesn't want to be asked about Cris Cyborg. Which, really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Basically she wants only to be asked easy questions. Kind of like Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, it's harsh, but the truth fucking hurts. Floyd Mayweather won't do an interview with someone he knows is going to ask hard questions. And Ronda, I guess, doesn't want that anymore either. Now, why Ronda Rousey is a hypocrite, there's many reasons, but for one, when she was in Strikeforce, she would openly talk about, having having fights in the future at 140, catch weight fights. She mentioned that it was tough to make the 135 weight cut, and then she also said that the 140 catch weight will be a good it'll be a good weight to have super fights with fighters in other organizations, and it'd be really cool, she said, if other fighters from other organizations could move freely and fight each other for super fights. Obviously, she's not interested in that anymore. And it's funny because Ronda's a hypocrite. She talked all that smack. When she was on top, when she was beating everyone, she talked all that smack. So cocky, so arrogant. And, that's okay. Conor McGregor, he's even more cocky, more arrogant. But people seem to love Conor McGregor. And look how he dealt with a loss. He dealt with it like a man, or like a true champion would. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You can deal with losses the right way and the wrong way. You know. So I mean, she just bugs the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I'm sorry, if you guys are a fan, I'm sorry, but this is the truth, And Ronda Rousey, another thing why she's a hypocrite is because, she would always talk, how much she was against domestic violence. And, now she's with someone who has a history of domestic violence. Like, it's just ridiculous. And, she would always talk that she could kick all the guys' asses. She'd beat up any guy, and all this stuff. I mean, you can't be against domestic violence and say all this stuff like, oh, I'm going to talk about her beating up her ex-boyfriend in the past, bragging about that sort of thing. Like, just not a good human, not a nice person, as Donald Trump said. But he was right about that. I'll give him that. But, you know, bad role model too, you know. I mean, I don't, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her, you know, idolizing Ronda Rousey. Yes, you know, you can do anything. Like that aspect is good, but you know, if someone's following Ronda, you know, especially before when she had the title, all that crap she said, you know, the arrogance, um, just not a good role model. You know, she's always complaining, bitching, and complaining. I read a tweet someone said it was amazing. I'll find it real quick. It said, "Yeah, Ronda Rousey has everything, but finds a way to act like a victim. Cyborg has to fight twice as hard for everything and never makes excuses." It's true. Ronda Rousey, she's given a lot of opportunities because of who she is and how popular she is, and she still acts like the victim. And Cris Cyborg, she works twice as hard, never bitches, never complains. And the last part about this video is just the fact that Ronda Rousey is not a true champion. She's just not. You know, true champions are measured by, you know, how they act, how they deal with adversity. You know, um, if you fight the best, you know, if you fight the best, you're gonna lose eventually. You know, Floyd Mayweather, he never lost because he never fought the best always consistently. It's ridiculous, but I won't. That's for another video. But so, you know, it doesn't matter how great you are, you lose eventually, and it's how you react and how you come back from a loss. And maybe she'll come out and, you know, win the title and look spectacular, and she'll be back and she'll defend it a couple more times. I don't know, but I just don't see that. You know, not with her saying it might be one of her last fights. She's got one foot in, one foot out. It's not the right mentality to have, you know, and she's not a true champion because all her wins came so easily. They came easy to Ronda when she was defending that title. And it was fun. She was, you know, being cocky and she was being arrogant and a bitch and a bully to people, you know? But, you know, that was okay. But as soon as, the shoe's on the other foot and she's dealing with a devastating loss, her true colors come out, you know? And you just see that she can't deal with adversity, and you know, and not everyone can. It's very difficult. I mean, look at Jose Aldo. He dealt with the McGregor, you know, loss very difficult, but at least he dusted himself off. He came back. He beat Frankie Edgar, you know, and that's a bad comparison because Aldo complains a lot too. But I'm just saying, I had to put out a more proper video, giving having a more clear message. But Ronda Rousey, I'm sorry if this bothers, you know, Ronda Rousey fans, but she's a hypocrite, she's a bad role model, and she's not a true champion. The truth hurts. That's how the old saying goes, but it's true. The truth does hurt. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1, and also check out my RDA versus Tony Ferguson prediction video. I put that out a few days back. Can't wait for that fight. You got to check it out. And also, I got a Manny Pacquiao, Jesse Vargas prediction video as well for you boxing fans. That's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Peace.